Hello everybody! Today I finally added a T205 to my collection. He's a common, but I guarantee you've seen a picture of him. Okay, this is like my third take on this second part of the video, and I'm not going to do another one. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Too hyped up, I think. Last year, about this time, I added my first T206 to my collection. This is Jack Bliss, who is the first player from Washington State to play Major League Baseball. And I thought a great way to complement that would be to get a T205. So I was able to do that. This is Jimmy Austin. I mentioned he's a common player, which he is. He played mostly for the New York Highlanders and St. Louis Browns. Now, this card says that he played for that team, but he never did play for them when they went by that name. He was strictly a Highlander, and I actually wish it would be cool to have a card that said Highlander. One other thing I would like to change about this is all my other pre-war stuff is in SCG slabs. And this is a PSA. I don't know if I'll ever change that. I think in my brain I'm saying that I'll resubmit it, but I most likely won't. For 25 bucks, I'll go out and buy some auto I want or whatever. But it still looks pretty good. I do like that it's in the frosted thing. So why did I pick Jimmy Austin? Great question. I was reading A Glory of Their Times, and if you are a baseball nerd, particularly pre-war type stuff, you probably know about this book. And if you don't, shame on you. Get it. It's first-hand accounts of players. I mean, Sam Crawford, Davy Jones, Tommy Leach, a lot of Hall of Famers. Bob O'Farrell, I haven't read that chapter yet. Sam Jones, Bill Wampgrass, Ed Roush, there's a Hall of Famer, Babe Herman, Chief Myers, just Joe Wood, Al Bridwell, Fred Snodgrass, on and on and on and on and on. So each section is 5 to 10 pages depending on the player, and they're just first-hand accounts, first person. Here's how I was scouted, here's the job I left behind, here's what my dad thought about it. And they start from when they were scouted, and they just talk about the career, and they added some anecdotes and stuff. And a couple great ones here from Jimmy Austin I just thought I would share. Probably my favorite was at the end of the 1929 season, St. Louis, he was a third base coach, and St. Louis Browns manager saw his way fit to stick him in a game, and he played 2 innings. Oh, by the way, he was 50. Played 2 innings in the field and had 1 at bat, and he struck out. Another great story was he was on his way to the park one day, and they were supposed to face Rube Waddell. Well, if you know anything about this era of baseball, Rube Waddell was like, A, he was certified crazy, and B, he was a drunk. And so they're on the trolley on the way to the park, and sure enough, there's Waddell in the doorway of a saloon with a beer, and they make eye contact with him, and he downs the beer. Flash forward to the game that he's pitching that day, later that day. And flash forward to the game, he throws 3 or 4 great innings, and Jimmy Austin steps to the plate and got a hold of one, hit a home run against him. And as Waddell is watching him circle the bases, he makes himself dizzy, falls down right on his can. I thought that was a pretty good story. There's a couple other good ones in here. It's one about Ty Cobb. One time he deked Ty Cobb at third base. Made like a throw wasn't coming. At the last second, caught it, tagged him out, and I guess Cobb looked up at him and said, "Don't ever do that again." And speaking of Ty Cobb, In the cold open, I mentioned you've seen a picture of Jimmy Austin. Now, of course, I don't mean this. Maybe you've seen this. And I really do like this gold border. But one of the most famous baseball pictures ever taken, and really the first great action shot. I can't really think of any others from this era. There is Mr. Jimmy Austin and some guy named Ty Cobb. Ty was safe. The ball is, oh, you can barely see it. It's right there above my finger. And I forget if that was a home or away game, but that might have been taken at that Highlanders Park, the very last season there. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you liked a little mini biography on Jimmy Austin. Get this book. If you have any interest in baseball history, or particularly, like I said, pre-war era, get this book. There's so much great stuff in here. Great old pictures. Here's the Polo Grounds. People storming the field at the Polo Grounds. Anyway. Okay, that's it. What do you think of my card? I love it. Will it ever be an SCG holder? Probably not. But you know what? I like it anyway. And I appreciate you hanging out with me. Until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.